AIS'20. As you are all aware, last year we had our 20th anniversary for the AfNOG, whereby we celebrated in Kampala the 20 years of AfNOG, and this is our 21st year, basically with AfNOG, and obviously we have not been able to meet, but normally we meet, and in this case we will not be having actual workshops, and I'll just present what we have been able to achieve in the past 20 years. So the past 20 years of AfNOG have seen us basically build capacity across the continent. And in those 20 years, we also engaged ourselves in a lot of collaborations. There was a number of organizations that also became, grew out of AfNOG through the incubation process of AfNOG. And AfNOG was also involved in a number of community activities over the years. And we'll just look at that. So in terms of building capacity, AfNOG runs a number of technical workshops, both in English and in French. So we've been actually delivering capacity building in advanced routing, both in English and in French occasionally. We've had also in the past also presented and obviously trained people in the area of computer emergency response team, network monitoring, obviously scalable network infrastructure, which is the introduction version of the advanced routing track. And we've also trained different technicians and engineers in areas of scalable internet services. So last year in Kampala, we had more than 300 participants, some of whom were Ugandan participants, because we normally encourage the local host to encourage the local participants to attend the workshops. So we had 60 participants from Uganda who actually attended our workshops, and we had participants from also 56 countries across the continent and also outside the continent. We ran 6 workshops, 5 were in English and 1 was in French, because we also, like I said, take cognizance of the fact that we must also encourage diversity in our workshops, because we also have French-speaking participants from different French-speaking countries in the continent. We ran also 12 tutorials. We had 9 forums last year, and we had a number of instructors, which was 24 volunteers. Some are previous students who have gone through the workshop, but others are basically all instructors, and most of whom are just volunteering their time to basically transfer skills to the participants. So the event is basically, in most cases, 70% male, but also we have female participants, 30%, and this has been growing, which is good. And we hope that in the future we will still see more women participating in the workshops and tutorials, and we encourage more women basically to get involved with the AfNOG program. So this is just a picture of a typical class with workshop being delivered. In most cases, of course, we always have classrooms which are set up with basically the infrastructure for instructors to use, in terms of the virtual machines, of course, the projector, the material for students to use. And this is how a typical classroom during a typical AfNOG workshop basically looks like. And we've been able to obviously, over the years, run these workshops in this format. This is just a picture of a few instructors, which I picked from our pool of instructors, and these folks have been volunteering over the years, and most of them are still volunteering. Some have retired, and some of the faces you see there are actually new instructors. And of course, the AfNOG spirit still continues to encourage more new instructors to come on board while the old instructors retire. So through the incubation program, AfNOG, of course, saw the initiation of a number of organizations. We saw AFNIC being born out of AfNOG. We saw AFREN, the Research and Education Network, being born out of AfNOG. The Africa Sat for the Computer Emergency Response Team, the AFIX, we have the FTLD, and we've also seen in the past, of course, the AFCHICS, which is been an organization that has been supporting capacity building amongst our women in the continent. So this is just a picture of some of the women who have been trained under the AFCHICS program. And
you're stuck on one page. We can't see the rest of your slides. It's just stuck on the home page. So I think you need to change mode.
Okay. Which page is that?
First page. That's the only thing we've seen ever since you've been talking.
Oh, sorry.
You can just change it to presentation mode.
Yeah, I put it in presentation mode actually. Can you see the next slide? Hello?
You need to share your screen first.
I've clicked share, but I don't see you accepting. Susan, can you basically allow me to share my screen? I've clicked the button for sharing the screen.
Send it once more, please.
I have.
Just proceed. I'll give you instructions in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, so I was talking about the AFCHICS program, where we've been able to train a number of women across the continent. And the AFCHICS program obviously was able to carry out most of their trainings in Nairobi, in Ghana, Botswana, Kenya, Malawi, Senegal, Uganda, Lesotho, and last year in Kampala. And the idea is obviously to promote the use of female and engineers across the continent. In the past, AfNOG has had a lot of support from various sponsors. Unfortunately, you can't see the slides, but obviously we've had sponsorship from various organizations that continue to support the AfNOG program. And we thank all the sponsors, and we request that they continue to support us in the near future. And that will be the end of my presentation. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I'm sorry we've not been able to see it. So, Susan, I'm done with my presentation. Susan?
We'll have Simon Mayoye coming in next, and then Christian Zinge. Thank you very much, Noah.
Thank you.
Hi, Simon. We can't hear you, if you could unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm testing. 1, 2. You can hear me now?
Yes. If you could please proceed.
Thank you. I'll also test my presentation. Let me just send a request to you. Can you see my presentation? I'm trying to move from one slide to another.
It's yet to be projected, but just give it a minute.
Okay.
Being probably prompted with a permission request to share your screen, and you should select either to share your whole desktop or a specific application.
Yes, I've just already, let me see, okay, click share. Are you able to see it now?
Not yet. Try again, please.
Okay, let me stop and share again. Okay, is it visible now?
Yes.
Thank you.
Please proceed.
Okay, I'm trying to scroll around. Yeah, thanks so much. My name is Simon Mayoye, and I'm here to present to you NOG, which is basically Kenya NOG. So just some background. So we put together this platform to focus on operations, and we started it in 2018. We started it in the name of Tech Week Nairobi, whereby we had a small gathering, a small event, just to see the interest, because we were not having like an active NOG in Kenya. There was one which was a bit not proactive. Then 2019 we had a larger event, of course, which attracted post 2018. It attracted more participants and volunteers, and so we had a face-to-face meet, which was successful. And after the meeting of 2019, we had a conclusion that there was quite some interest, both from participants, that like delegates, as well as sponsors, of which there's a report which can be available at kenog.org/reports, whereby we've given the reports for 2018 and 2019. So this is a picture of one of the NOG events, that is 2019, last year, at a hotel called Pan-Africa Hotel. Then so far, we have reached quite a number of volunteers, around 18 of them. The program committee, they're available on the website, kenog.org/P, that's for program committees. And then sometime early this year, we came to a conclusion that we needed to rebrand, or rather rename Tech Week to KENOG, because it was functioning as a NOG as much as we were calling it KENOG, and a couple of other reasons whereby some names were clashing with other names. So it was more of an identity. So we got some feedback from the community who are okay with the change of the name, and then we finally moved from Tech Week to KENOG. So our goal, in short, is just to enhance local technical capacity in the areas of network operations, internet services, internet security, automation, storage, and cloud services. So we provide a platform for knowledge exchange and interaction. Basically, what we do, the focus is we have focus on new entrants. So we have just come out of university, and they want to see where they can fit in the like operations, network operations environment, security and the likes, where there's so much confusion on where they fall. And then the other segment is where now it's more of a meetup and technology sharing between people who are now in the industry, say challenges or new plans where people are projecting to move technologically. So we focus, the tracks that we focus on, both for the newcomers and the people in the industry, is networking, security, internet services, automation, and cloud storage. I think I did mention that. So this year, with the coming in of COVID-19, of course, most of the presentations people have resorted to do like remote participation online. So we decided to go the webinar way, and we have had so far 3 webinars. We chose to have at least a webinar per month, whereby it is not more of a tutorial, it's more just of intro to a technology, and we have to do every webinar focuses on a technology, or rather a stream. So the first webinar was 26th June, the second one was 23rd July, the third one was 27th August. That is last month. We have slides and videos on the below URLs, which will be available with the slides. So as we continue to grow, we've seen that there's so much participation, there's that willingness. We've noticed that there's a form of there's a way that people interact so much, they participate more through like instant messaging rather than if it were email. And so we have a WhatsApp group where people are participating. But we will really appreciate any contribution or any help in regards to move like KNOG to the next level. You can be able to reach the program committee at the below email, which is pc@knog.org. So majorly those who participate have been beginning mostly from Nairobi, Kenya, but it is open for the entire internet community. And that is it about KNOG. I think I have been faithful with my 5 minutes of presentation. Back to you, Susan.
Thank you very much, Simon.
Yeah.
I will hand the session over to the session moderator. Noah, if you could please come in.
Yeah, I'm in. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Simon, for the presentation. The next NOG report will be from Sarah Alamin from Sudan NOG. Sarah, can you please connect? Okay, we can see you, Sarah. Please share your presentation. We can't hear you. Can you unmute? Okay. Sarah, can you hear me? Please unmute yourself. You've muted yourself just above your name there. Click the unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I see your screen. Please go ahead.
Okay. My colleague Shema will present as the NOG update. She will start.
Okay, please start.
Hello everyone, I am Shema. I will present this NOG update on behalf of the NOG team. NOG started 2014 with a small group of volunteers. Now we have a large community on SDNOG at sdnog.sd. SDNOG annual meeting is to focus on how we are being supported by regional community and acknowledged by sponsors. We also rely on strong local support. Last meeting was particularly special because it is led by local speakers who were once trainees, so we can see the impact slowly but surely. NOG 6 was a special meeting because of the political situation in Sudan, the revolution, but we can manage to do it because of the community passion and will to never skip an event. For workshop, we try to do as much as possible, but time, volunteering, and other factors impact that. But we managed to do good amount, especially given COVID and instability in Sudan. As you know, in collaboration with Internet Society, we managed to do 2 online courses, meetups, and network services. We had more than 19 groups, each with 30 participants. While we are talking, there is one group is running. I am proudly telling that I was one of the participants for these courses, and now I am assistant moderator. For community support, we try to help with initiatives that help advance the network in Sudan, like SDV6 Task Force and Sudan IXP. Current status, for NOG, we had 6 meetings, more than 30 workshops, with more than 600 participants, and we already there in the social media. At last, NOG 7 was planned to be on October 2020, but because of COVID and floods that happening and current situation, we are planning to do it online. Stay tuned. Thank you for giving us a chance to participate on AIS and wishing you a successful meeting.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sarah. And thank you, NOG, for the wonderful NOG report. So our next NOG report will come from Cameroon, and Christian will be presenting the report. Christian, can you please unmute yourself and project your presentation?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Christian. Share your presentation, please.
Okay. So, can you see my presentation?
Yes, we can. Please proceed.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. So I'm Christian Z on behalf of the CMNOG, which is Cameroonian Network Operator Group. So I'm going to take you through the presentation. So basically, where we are coming from, the initiative came from the AfNOG 15 we had in November 2018 in Yaoundé. So as you can see, the 3 people who were the pioneer of the initiative, so Sylvain, Nishal, and Mukom, they decided to, so after the beautiful meeting they had, then they decided to start up the community. So from that day, that time, we have run many initiatives, as you can see from that pictures. This one, it was a workshop run for the IPv6, just to introduce people about how to implement IPv6 technology. And from that moment too, we have run the mailing list since 2012. And we have purchased the domain name in 2014 as well, the cmnog.cm. And in 2015, we have run a couple of activities. Among them, we have visited the data center of MTN, and we have also run the lab organized by the CMNOG, few labs like the one you can see on the pictures, which basically people coming from the entire community, from academy, from technical society, just to come and implement the IPv6. Then also in 2017, as you can see here, we have an important update by AfNOG. They have decided to deploy our mail server to offer us the service and the mail server, the web, and our wiki. And we have supported the internet exchange point in Cameroon by doing some presentation. I mean, during their workshop organized with the AIS'20, where we have the opportunity to discuss and to chat with Johan, who came in to make a presentation as well. Then moving on to the 2020 activities. So from February, we have been running a whole lot of webinar and meeting online because of this situation as well. We have run so many, I think about 6 or 7 webinar for on that. Then in April this year, we launched our video conference using GT, because we have started with we have tested a whole lot of platform as well, including Zoom. Then we have decided to move on with to install our own instance using Meet in AfNOG. Then in April, to test that platform in the full environment, we have tried to deploy that and use it with the Barcamp, because it was a major event organized in Cameroon from 24 to 27 April. We have tested that platform online as well. Then in August, from May to August this year, we have collaborated with the local authority to improve the resiliency of the domain name gov.com, because they have realized that we are running a whole lot of activities. Then they came in touch with us. Then they have asked us to support them. Then, as you can see here, these are some of the key meetings we run this year about the webinars. They are general. Most of the time, they are based on technical issues in Cameroon, how to bring more people on board as well, to talk about the remote work, the RIP Atlas, the infrastructure, the state of the infrastructure in Cameroon, and the digital signature as well. So here, for instance, is the pictures we run for the traffic during the Barcamp, how many people were connected and all this stuff from the IPv6 and from the IPv4 as well. So then also we have this one is a traffic showing people who were connected from the IPv6 traffic during our Barcamp, from the inbound and the outbound. Moving on, we also have this is an example of the traffic, how we were able to improve the gov.cm resiliency. This one is, for example, a simple pictures we took before we proceed from that. You can see that we were having so many errors, warning and notification critical as well. Then in May, this is the pictures we have taken in May, and this is what we have taken when the job was done after the configuration and what we have done so far. So you can see that we were able to reduce the error to 0, the critical things also, and moving from there, we have become a major key player in the tech ecosystem in the country. Then in the pipe, what we are doing right now, so of course we are still on our doing our webinar. So we will resume one in this month, which will be based on Docker container and training people about this kind of technology. And we are planning also to incorporate the AfNOG, like a legal association based on our local context here from by December as well. And we are also planning to organize an international tech event in December toward that main period. That is basically our next perspective from the next year. So like for our small few challenges we may have, you know, we have low interest from the network community, network engineers in Cameroon. I don't know if about the other NOGs, but that is our major concern actually. And as a consequence, we are short of resources, I mean, volunteer. And we can even feel it right now because of the COVID. Most of the activities are now online, and we are facing low interest from the community, but it doesn't prevent us to move forward to run the NOG and to continue to contribute for the technical community. So that is everything. So I would like to say thank you. And this is the website, the emails, and you can join us from the info at cmnog.cm, and this is also our website. So on behalf of the community, we say thank you. So I'm done, Mr. Noah.
Okay, thank you so much, Christian. Thank you for your presentation and all the best. Our next NOG report will come from the Senegal NOG and will be presented by Eden. Eden, can you please project yourself? Eden? Okay, thank you. Please project your
Bonjour
video.
à tout le monde.
Okay, go ahead, Eden. Bonjour. Go ahead. Video,
Merci
please.
beaucoup. Un instant, s'il vous plaît. C'est bon? OK. Alors, bonjour à tout le monde. Vous m'entendez? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Eden. You can go ahead.
OK. OK, thank you. Donc, je vais introduire le Senegal Network Operators Group. Moi, c'est Edem Kobla-Mepekou et je représente le AfNOG en tant que son président. Alors, je voudrais remercier mes prédécesseurs qui ont présenté ce matin. Je vois que les NOG sont en train de vraiment grandir et ça fait plaisir et ça honore aussi la mémoire et les efforts fournis par nos pères de l'Internet, nos pères des réseaux et des opérateurs et des différents groupes télécoms. Alors, le Senegal Network Operators Group a été lancé le 29 septembre 2017 au CRENT, Centre de ressources pour l'environnement numérique de travail de l'École supérieure polytechnique, l'ESP à l'UCAD, qui est notre université, l'université Cheikh Anta Diop de Dakar. Alors, les activités à nos jours, en 2017, avec l'appui de notre frère et collègue et ami, Cédric Mbeye, et d'autres partenaires au niveau de la DC, au niveau de l'université, tels que le docteur Alex Corentin, Cédric Mbeye, nous avions pu lancer le NOG sénégalais et le panel a porté sur la cybersécurité. On avait eu une présentation sur le PGP, le SSH et le MD5. Alors, il y a eu une présentation aussi sur l'importance de participer au groupe de travail IETF local. Et il y a eu quand même une certaine, disons, une certaine série locale et cela a vu la participation de plusieurs ingénieurs qui sont à Dakar. En 2018, nous avions entamé les démarches administratives pour la reconnaissance officielle de notre SNOG, notamment le statut organisationnel, les membres donc, du bureau, le siège de notre SNOG et nous sommes approchés du recteur de l'université pour demander un local afin de pouvoir travailler. Nous sommes là-dessus, toujours. Je pense que ça va porter son fruit. En 2019, nous avions eu la présentation sur la gestion des structures, des infrastructures, critiques de l'Internet et les ressources disponibles par Cédric Mbeye, qui était de passage ici, qui nous a gratifié de cette présentation, qui avait fait du bien à la communauté. Je voudrais aussi dire que les NOG, avec un certain nombre de choses, qui ne dépendent pas, comme c'est du bénévolat, parfois c'est en dents de scie que nos activités s'opèrent. En 2019, voilà, nous avons fait cette présentation. En 2020, nous avons fait une présentation sur la nouvelle version du CCNA, participation de la communauté à une série de webinaires sur le DNS résilient organisé par AfNOG et PCH en ligne. La planification d'un webinaire sur les protocoles de routage en cours et aussi nous manifestons notre intérêt à la nouvelle version de IP proposée par Huawei et ce qui est actuellement sur la table de discussion qui peut-être verra le jour. Alors, les sponsors, c'est AfNOG, AfNOG, ISOC, Internet Society, chapitre sénégalais, qui nous permet d'utiliser son local pour tenir nos réunions, nos meet-ups. Nous avons aussi Howell.com et le NIC qui nous a donné le nom de domaine qui est là, le www.snog.sn gratuitement à nos débuts. Merci de votre attention.
Merci, Eden. Merci. Our next.
Je vous en prie.
Yeah, our next presentation will be from Uganda NOG and Isabel Odida. Isabel Odida, please project your presentation and video with audio, please. Isabel, can you hear me? Hello, Isabel? Isabel, can you hear me? Okay, I can't get, okay, all right.
Comes online. I would like to apologize for, we noticed that there is no interpretation for the French part. Our team is working on it. There was a small glitch and we are trying to correct it. We hope that then if there is a next presenter who is coming in French, it will be a smooth ride for all of us. A big apology from the team. Thank you.
Okay, Isabel, go ahead. Please unmute yourself. Hello? Isabel disappeared again. Susan, can you support? I don't see Isabel. Otherwise, perhaps let's go to the next presenter, then she can come in later.
No, you should hear me now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Isabel.
All right.
Yeah? Okay.
The screen will be shared. Just a minute, and we'd like to see your face, please, ma'am.
Okay. I think I sent a request for you to see my face. I don't know if you can see my presentation now.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, great.
Please proceed as we wait for your face.
I sent in a request to show my face. I don't know if it's been accepted.
Okay, please proceed with your NOG report.
Okay. My name is Isabel Odida from Uganda, and I'd like to present UGNOG. UGNOG is very new. It's and we will be launching UGNOG this year in October, on October 14th. UGNOG has been created by a few Ugandan volunteers with the support of Global NOG Alliance. We will be focusing on capacity building and technology development within Uganda. UGNOG is managed by a group of volunteers who I will share with you. We're about 5 core volunteers. You can reach us on our website, which is ugnog.nog community, and also kindly subscribe to our mailing list. For a very fast meeting, we will be doing this as a webinar, and we would like to call for papers, presentations, and we hope we can get a wide range of people attending. Our core team has myself, Isabella Dida, Renee Fichmula, Daniel Nangaka, Lilian Chom from AfChicks, and Bernard Monyama. All 5 of us have been are active members within the internet community in Africa. Our focus areas will be on network operations, internet services, internet security, automation, storage, and cloud-based services. The background of all our participants, or the people that we are focusing on, are people from service providers, people from telco operators. We also focus on government and NGOs, as well as educational and research institutions and their civil society. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Isabel.
I'm sorry you weren't able to see my face.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Oh, here we are. Hello.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Best. Okay. All the best with you know. Okay, bye. Our last presenter will be Rashida Umar from NOG, the Nigeria NOG, and her presentation will basically be projected by the team, and she will just basically request the team to move the slides for her. Rashida, can you please come online and unmute yourself? Your presentation is going to be projected. Yeah. Rashida, are you there? Unmute yourself, please. Please unmute yourself and start speaking. Your presentation is now being projected by the team, and basically they'll just move it forward on your behalf. Susan, Rashida is telling me that she's unable to unmute herself. Can you unmute her?
Just a little tutorial.
Just unmuted her, but she's gone offline. Unless Rashida, please come in online again, please.
Just a quick tutorial for everyone. Right here, if you can see my icon right here on my screen, this is where you unmute yourself. This is where you share your screen, and this is your video. So if you want to raise your hands, this is the icon for it. I'll say that again. So to mute and unmute yourself, this is the icon right here. To share your screen, this is the icon right here. To open your video, this is the icon right here. And to raise your hands, this is the icon right here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Rashida, please go ahead.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, all. My apologies for the delay. I'm Rashida Umar, presenting for the Nigerian Network Operators Group, NOG. Next slide, please. Next, please. NGNOG is positioned as Nigeria's foremost capacity building for human networking activity for the internet stakeholders. We've enabled collaboration and sharing of experience within the Nigerian technology ecosystem. Next slide, please. Hosted by the Nigerian ICT Forum, NGNOG is the first domestication of the AfNOG workshop, with the first event held in 2006. Next slide, please. In collaboration with the Internet Exchange Point, we've hosted the Nigerian Pairing and Interconnection Forum for 2 consecutive years during our annual event. Next slide, please. We've also hosted the AfriNIC IPv6 Deployathon during our annual NGNOG conference. This has also served as an avenue for member consultations. We've trained over 1,500 IT personnel and management in the 14 years of existence. With support from our partners, the NGNOG conference provides a free and open platform for communication technology stakeholders. Next slide, please. We've had one pre-conference webinar on optimizing blended learning using open source. We have another pre-conference webinar scheduled for the end of this month, and then the NGNOG conference is taking place on the 29th of October. You're all welcome to join us. This is our website and our email and phone numbers where you can reach us or become a part of us.
Thank you so much, Rashida.
Thank you very much. All right.
Yeah, thank you so much. Do we have any questions from the audience? I would love to thank all the speakers who have presented the various NOG reports from the various NOGs across the continent. And as you can imagine, of course, AfNOG has been instrumental in the push for the establishment of these NOGs across the continent so that we can localize the AfNOG program locally. And this is a testimony to the success that has obviously been able to be achieved in the past couple of years. And we are seeing, of course, new NOGs still coming up, like the UG NOG, which is the newest now. And we hope that more NOGs can obviously, be initiated in other places. So do we have any questions from the audience? If there are no questions, this will mark the end of our session on NOG reports. And I would like
we have Alain raising his hands and Elvis.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Alain. Go ahead.
Okay, so okay, quick, because I noticed that we are late on the on the schedule. My name is Alain Ayina, CTO of Wakren. Just 2 remarks for the .cm people. Once again, thank you very much for taking the lead of fixing .cm and gov.cm. But I went back and checked again the gov.cm. I can see there are still some issue. One of them seem to be critical, which is that all the name servers for the gov.cm are the same AS, which is not good. So you may want to do that. For the Senegal teams, I saw that you said you had a workshop on MD5, and I wonder really what was that about, because these days we should be phasing out and be careful what we do with MD5. Thank you.
Thank you, Alain.
If you have any other questions, kindly write them at the chat, and the responsible people will try answer your questions. I think we move on to the next session, which is the technical presentations, and they will be moderated by Alan Barrett. If Alan could please come online. Thank you, Alan.
Okay, good morning. Hello, everybody. So this short session includes 4 presentations on